Okay, so till now, from till here we had completed. Like, so they had defined psychology in terms of words. In words, they had defined like psychology word. If you see, it is a Greek word. The psych means soul or mind, and logos is nothing but study. So psychology is a study of soul and mind. And after a period of time, what happened? Some psychologists is are not satisfied. Later, the psychologists were not satisfied with this definition. With this definition, like psychology can never be a study of soul and mind. Why? So psychologists thought that soul was a difficult to study as it could neither be visualized or nor could be described in concrete terms. Which means you cannot see the soul from your eyes. Okay? You cannot see the soul from your eyes. It's impossible. You cannot able to see the soul from your eyes. Yes, you cannot see the soul from your eyes, or you cannot visualize. That's why the definition which is given by a psychologist at that time, which was wrong. So they said that the psychology can never be a study of soul and mind because you cannot see from your eyes. Soul and mind, can you able to see? It's impossible. So that's why the definition was not successful. Both soul and mind are abstract concept. Both soul and mind are abstract concept, which means you cannot able to see from your eyes. You cannot able to feel also. Rational science established their facts that establish their facts from observation and experimentation. They are saying that rational science, which means a science, is actually the science believe more on experimentation or observation, which you can able to see. You can only do observation, you can able to visualize or see. You can only do experimentation of those things which are present. If psychology is a science, it must be based on some sort of observation and experimentation. They had clearly said that if a psychology subject is a science, so whichever it should be observation. You can observe from your eyes, you can able to see from your eyes, and it should be experimentation. However, neither soul nor mind can be observed. So, in terms of upper definition, the soul you cannot able to see, you cannot able to see the mind, you cannot able to observe them. If you can't able to see the soul and mind, you cannot able to observe them, and you cannot do experiment. We cannot see them, we cannot see or touch them. Yes, it's obvious. You can touch your soul, you can touch your mind. No, we can't describe its nature. We can't describe its nature, nor can we say where it exists. Therefore, the definition of psychology was modified. So here, a psychologist had changed the definition. Why they had changed the definition? Because the first definition which was defined by psychologists, it was completely wrong, because at that time the soul and mind you can't able to see from your eyes. If you can't able to see soul or mind, you cannot able to get the result, right? So that's why the definition was modified. Here 1.1.1. So study of conscious. I like to say that, what do you mean by conscious? Conscious is nothing but you are aware about yourself. Like right now, you are conscious, you know that, like, you are watching my video, you are watching, You are using your mobile phone, you are watching this. That much consciousness you have. Understood? So the study of consciousness, psychology is a study of consciousness, which means psychology try to understand, try to study about the conscious of the person, like how much conscious the person is. In the late 19th century, the German physician and philosopher William Wundt established first psychological laboratory at Leipzig University in 1879 to study human behavior. There was a person in there was a physician, a person who had established a psychological laboratory in Leipzig University 1879. He was a German physician. He's from 19th century, and he introduced the term conscious experience. The term conscious experience referred to the awareness of mental activities of an organism. So this person is from Germany. He established a psychological laboratory for testing, for understanding the mental activities of the person. So he had introduced one term, conscious experience, and that term is related. That term referred that what is going on inside the person mind, what kind of activity it is going inside the person mind, what kind of activity you in your mind is going on. So if you go in his laboratory, he will get to know what kind of activity is going on in your mind, mental activity. The awareness includes the store mental so the awareness includes what kind of store mental impression you have or representation of the past. Like he tried to understand what kind of store memory you have, what kind of representation of your past, of the past and present and future. And he conducted an experiment, and he is experimenting on the person on the basis of reaction time, like how the person is reacting, and understanding the person perception and consciousness. After that, psychology emerged as a science. So which means after him, the psychology subject is emerged as a science. You know why? Because he started doing experiment with the people. If your particular subject wants to be a science, so it could be observable and experimentation. So he was exactly doing experimentation. That's why this department also called as science, because of German physician. Name is philosopher William Wundt. Clear? Now, there are some information given about